Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you are doing well, and today is the day where I announce the winner of the Make Your Own Archetype Contest. I want to thank everybody who participated, first of all. We've had 6 entries, and I gotta say, all of you guys are very creative. You've come up with a lot of really unique and fun archetypes that seem like a lot of fun to get into play, and it was a very difficult decision for me to come to a winner. I know at one point I had like 3 different entries I was trying to decide between, but ultimately I decided, and I'm here to announce that winner. And that winner is going to be Laver and Yanni, the team who submitted their entry, and it's what I'm dubbing the Shattered Sea archetype. You'll see as I scroll through the cards, but it's really centered around this shattered mechanic that they have on some of these cards, where basically if the card ends up going to your discard pile, the cards get additional uses. So for example, this Prismatic Shard, which is a 1-cost modifier, it's a standard modifier that gives a character +1 attack when it's equipped. But if it ends up being discarded from area, you get to give a character +1 attack until the end of turn. It's pretty nice. And next you have Confusing Waterways. It's a 2-cost counter action that basically when your opponent plays a character with cost 4 less power, you get to play it, and it basically bounces it back to the opponent's hand instead. So while not all of them are quite on the discarding theme, they are still some cool cards, and I just really, again, like the effort put into this art here. I'm going to show you all of these. There's 11 total for this, and I definitely want to slowly scroll through them. Dubious Treasure, 3-cost normal action. When it's discarded from anywhere, it does 2 damage to the opponent. And it also lets you, when you play it, shuffle a character from your discard pile into your deck and draw a card. So this is one that allows you to get back cards into your deck, which is nice. Then you got this cute guy, which is Swiftwater Axolotl. 1 cost, 1 attack, 2 defense. And if you happen to discard a card and pay for the ability, you can give him +3 attack until end of turn, making him a 4/2 temporarily, which is cool. Prismatic Parrotfish has Taunt on a 2-cost with 1 defense, but he has a neat ability. When he's discarded, you get to gain 1 life and discard the top card of your deck. So a nice bit of utility for getting some of those shatter cards into your discard pile, including other copies of this Parrotfish here. And next we have kind of a payoff for the shatter cards, which is Bubbles Foamy Feline. When you play him, you discard the top 3 cards of your deck, and after doing that, the character gets +1 attack until end of turn for each card with Shatter in your discard pile. We've seen 3 of them with Shatter, so if you happen to have 3 copies of each of those, it's possible to give him +9 attack, which is pretty big for a 3-cost character. Next, there's Timekeeper Crab, who wants you to have several character cards into your discard pile. 4 cost, and when you shuffle 1 or more cards from your discard pile into your deck, you get to put a time counter on this character. And if you happen to do the opposite, which is discard 1 or more cards from anywhere, you get to remove a time counter from him to deal 3 damage to a player, which is definitely a good payoff for getting discarded cards. It's great for getting the shatter triggers. So you'll get not only the ability to remove the time counters to deal damage, but you'll also be able to get those shatter effects on top of that. That's also pretty good. Crystalline Turtle allows you to shuffle action cards from your discard pile into your deck to give him bonus defense. So while the initial stats are a bit low for a 5-cost, he can actually be pretty big on the turn he comes in. Angel's Shimmering Beauty is probably my favorite of these. 6 costs 4/4, and her on-play ability states you can remove up to 3 action cards in your discard pile from the game. And for each type of action removed this way, you get to draw a card. And that can potentially draw you a lot of cards for a nice 6 cost here. Octo V4, 8 cost 8/8, that states that once per turn, once this character attacks, you get to discard a modifier from it, and then you get to take another modifier from your hand into play. Well, sorry about that. When you discard a modifier from the character, you get to take another modifier from your hand and attach it to this character to give it another attack, which is a nice way to get, which is nice. And then the final one is Shrimpy the Shrimp, a 1 cost 1/1 that has a dive-in ability for 2 power, which allows you to knock out the character and find an action card with power cost 3 or less, shuffle your deck, and put that card into it third from the top, which is actually a neat effect since there isn't a whole lot of action-based search in the game. It is a little awkward that it does come in third from the top instead of directly to your hand, but still pretty nice to see. And that about does it for all the cards in this archetype. I want to congratulate Lever and Yanni again for their efforts here in the contest. I look forward to seeing all of these cards on an untapped battlefield sometime soon. And I'd want to congratulate everyone again who entered. I'm sorry that I couldn't do more. There can only be one winner after all. You've had a lot of great archetypes, and if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to do like a little video showcase of all the entries and just my thoughts on them when going through judging them in the process of doing so. So definitely let me know if you want to see that video. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like as well, subscribe as well, and I'll see you in whatever video I upload next, and take care.